Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Megan. I do sewing, embroidery, and other crafty things. And today we will be talking about the sewing portion of my channel. So it is currently December 8th, so day 8 of Vlogmas. I feel bad that I missed yesterday's, but I was just not in the mood to record. Especially kind of not recording consistently. Recording 7 days in a row is kind of a lot for me, so I just need a day's break, but I'm back with it today. Hopefully we can continue, finish strong until Christmas time. So let us get into today's video. So as you can see here, I have my sewing machine, and it is actually the 2-year anniversary of having this sewing machine. So I'll kind of go over if it still works, my honest thoughts about it. By the way, this is not sponsored at all. I purchased this machine from Amazon November 5th, 2020, so it's definitely officially over the 2-year mark. Can't believe I've had this machine for 2 years, so I'll give you guys an honest review of what I think about this machine. I also looked up where you can purchase this machine and the prices and some of the aspects of this machine and what's included when you purchase this machine. So let us get started then. So like I said, I purchased this in November 5th of 2020, so pretty deep into the pandemic. That is when I really started to get into my sewing and embroidery businesses. I really started to get into it. When I actually first purchased this machine, I was not intending to use it for making clothing. I actually bought it to make handbags. So going through thick leather, multiple layers, waterproof canvas, you know, lots of different layers. I had a Husqvarna Viking sewing machine, kind of like a basic one that you can purchase from Joann's originally. And I almost murdered that machine just with, you know, kind of going through trying to make heavy duty bags with it when it was not a heavy duty machine. So not very smart on my part. And then I made the decision to purchase this machine. I didn't exactly have the money for it, but I got it anyways at the time. When I purchased it, it was about $1,000. Well worth it in my opinion for sure, especially for this machine. So like I said, it is a Juki machine. It's a Juki TL2010Q sewing machine. Like I said, I've had it for 2 years. Originally, like I said, I made it to, purchased it to make handbags, and then of course, as you know, I now mostly focus on clothing. I don't make handbags anymore, just too costly for me, but it does get through heavy materials. So that's really one really big positive about this machine. So my thoughts about it now, like I said, I'm very happy that I purchased this machine. Works the exact same when I purchased it. I just make sure that I oil it properly, which maybe I'll even post a video on how you properly oil this machine. So stay tuned for a video on that. But like I said, it works like a dream. It sews really fast. There's different aspects to it. So it's funny because when it comes to speed, there's a little like lever here. The top is a rabbit and the bottom is a picture of a turtle. So you can kind of gauge how fast you're going based off of if you're near the turtle or if you're near the rabbit. So like I said, it still works great. Haven't had any issues. Now I do want to point out that I do not use this machine every day. I would say I maybe use it every other day. I don't oil it the best, but I'm trying to be better at that. You know, we gotta oil your machines, take care of them, give them medicine, all that fun stuff. So it's a really, really great machine. Still works great for me since, like I said, I don't use it every day. I think the more you use a machine, the less it'll last. So since I don't use this machine all the time, it's lasted me the couple years. And I haven't had really any issues with it. Haven't had to replace any parts or anything. But that's just because, you know, you got to read the manual and take care of these machines. Which if you purchase this machine, they will include a manual, I believe, in the packaging. But like I said, it's been 2 years since I purchased it, so my memory isn't 100%. So I highly recommend if you guys are considering going into bag making, working with heavy product or heavy duty fabrics, or if you just want it to sew, I definitely think this is a really great machine. And the price is on point as well, because typical Jukis cost like thousands of dollars, but now you can purchase this machine for $8.99 on Amazon or on Sewing Machines Plus, and I also believe Ken's Sewing Center sells them as well. But right now I just checked, they do sell these on Amazon, which is where I purchased this machine from. When I got it, it came in a nice box, just delivered to my parents' door because that's where I lived at the time. So very smooth delivery process, didn't take that long to get there at all. So if you're ever nervous about making a big purchase and purchasing from Amazon one of these machines, you know, they really do take care of it. It has heavy duty packaging, so they make sure that they, like I said, take care of these machines. So let me go over some of the features that I actually printed up here from Sewing Machines Plus, because Amazon didn't have much of a description as to the aspects of this machine. So I saw a nice description online on Sewing Machines Plus. Sorry there, I'm bumping into you guys. So I thought I would read you a few of the aspects. So first of all, there is a nice foot controller, and it is possible to trim both the needle and the bobbin thread by pressing the heel side of the foot controller. And the foot controller is enough and is easy to control sewing start and stop. Now, I'm actually learning a few new things about my machine just reading this. I did not know that you could cut the bobbin thread with that. But there is a little trimmer scissors icon, which I always click when I'm done sewing, and it trims the thread for me. So I always use that feature whenever I'm done. I just click that button and it'll stop, which I guess I can show you and turn on the machine. So I'm just going to click the button and it makes a cutting sound. It ignites the cutter, so it'll cut the bobbin and the thread, top thread. So that's one really big perk of this machine. Especially if you guys follow my channel, I do make kids dresses, and when it comes to making pleats and stuff like that, I kind of go make little darts and then I cut the thread. So having that thread cutter is a super big help for me. There's also a nice LED light that brightens the needle area for better material handling. Let's see. It's kind of a bit complicated to thread this machine, but you can just read the manual and it'll kind of show you how to thread it, so it's not as scary. So like I said, it has the automatic thread trimmer, and it looks like my printing doesn't look perfect here. And it does have a feed foot with its reliable feed. So kind of is like a walking foot in a way. I've never needed a walking foot because this one kind of already does it for me. So that's a really nice aspect of this machine. And you can also purchase additional parts for this machine. So I actually, let me see if I can find it. I think it's in here. Yeah. So I purchased a ruffle foot, or otherwise known as a gathering foot, for this machine. So this is what it looks like. I purchased it from Ken's Sewing Center, I believe. Came super fast. If you want any other walking foots or accessories for it, that's a really good place to purchase these things from. So that's a really big positive, is that, you know, you do have access to different shops that offer different amenities for the machine. All right. You can control the maximum sewing speed within the range from 200 stitches per minute or 1,500 stitches per minute with the side knob. So like I said, the knob that is right here, the black right there, it has a picture of a rabbit and a turtle, so you can kind of determine how fast or slow that you're going. There's also a knee lift lever that's included as well, so to kind of like lift the needle up and down when you're sewing. Personally, I don't use that just because I have a lot of things going on down here, but that is a really nice aspect of this machine. You could just hit the lever with your knee and it'll lift up the needle or lift it down. So that's one really big positive aspect. Additionally, it also comes with like an arm table. So as you can see, I don't have it for my machine. Just because I work with clothing, I don't really need a big area, big area for it. And I also have my heat press, or not my heat press, have a heat mat over here. So I'm trying to be careful how much space that I use in this craft room. So that is why I don't use that, but that's also a great aspect to use, especially if you're working with a lot of flats. It's just easier to sew them because you have that table just to kind of lay your materials on. There's also a thread tension scale. So this is the thread tension scale. The quilting and sewing machine is provided with the thread tension, which allows you to adjust the tension according to the thread and material to be used. So I don't really touch the tension just because I don't want to mess with that. Back in the day, I did mess with the tension and it kind of, got a little wonky there. But once I would just not touch the tension unless the tension's off when you first buy the machine. Mine wasn't, but I like to mess with my machines just for kick and giggles anyway. So unfortunately, I did mess with the tension with that. There's an easy bobbin replacement. So the bobbin is a metal bobbin casing, and then you can purchase some bobbins. These are what the bobbins look like, and you are able to, this right here is where you're able to wind up the bobbins, and it's a really nice, easy part of this machine. And I purchased a bunch of empty bobbins from Amazon too. So for the most part, you can buy everything you need from Amazon or from Ken's Sewing Center. So those are really great resources. Also, there's this little lever here that you can use to kind of to back stitch and everything like that. So you just click that lever and it'll go back. There's a needle down position. You can also adjust this this knob right here. So you can adjust how long you want your stitches to be. So if you had it at 1, it would be a very short stitch. If you had it at 6, it would be a longer stitch. So that's something that's really, really nice about this machine. I also have bought my thread up here, right here. I purchased that from waywack.com actually. They came in really big cones. I purchased the cones months ago, and you can see how full this cone is. So if you do a lot of sewing and you want to buy products in bulk, especially when it comes to thread, I think that Waywack is a really great resource to use as well. By the way, everything that I've talked about today, I will of course include in the description below. Like I said, it also includes a automatic needle threader, which I did not know about either. Read your manuals, people, before you use the machines. So it's a push lever automatic needle threader, easily threads a needle without eye straining and allows you to start sewing quickly. So that's a really positive thing about this machine. Yeah, so I think that is about it. So this is a pretty lightweight machine. Like I said, it does come with an arm for the machine, but you can easily detach it. You can use really any sort of thread for this machine, and I don't really have any issues. Like I said, you could also buy additional bobbins for this machine on Amazon. I think you can get about 20 in a pack or something like that. So overall, I'm very happy with this machine. I'm very glad that I got it. Like I said, it's still kicking 2 years later, so I must be doing something right or haven't destroyed it yet, who knows. And there is a little lever on the side here that you can see. You can just use it to turn on and turn off your machine. So lots of really great positives about this machine. The only negative is that it only does one stitch type. So it only does a straight stitch, doesn't do zigzag stitches or anything like that. So if you make leggings or something that requires zigzag stitches, this might not be the machine for you. But if you make like tutus or basic outfits, and if you have a serger, then this machine would be really great to use. So mostly positive things about this machine. Like I said, the only negative thing is that it only does one stitch. But if that's all you need, then this machine is the machine for you. So like I said, I purchased this machine from Amazon for about $1,000. And it is now for sale on Ken's Sewing Center, Sewing Machines Plus, and Amazon for $8.99, which Amazon, I believe, does have payment options for. So if you don't have all that money right now that you can pay monthly for it, I think that Sewing Machines Plus also has that, or maybe it was Ken's Sewing Center. I'm not exactly sure. But I just wanted to give you guys a couple options for where you can purchase this machine. But yeah, if you're thinking about starting or have already started a sewing business, I think this machine is a really great investment. And like I said, it'll last you a couple of years, because here I am 2 years later in my new apartment and it's still kicking. So I'm very pleased with this machine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel as well. Stay tuned for next day's Vlogmas, which I don't even know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I have a long running list of things that I want to record for you guys. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.